So we got UFC Fight Night 166 coming up.
Yes.
We've seen the Michael Chiesa show. He's never been a guy that's been able to get to the upper echelon in any weight class, and while he kind of sunned Diego Sanchez in their last fight, it's
Diego Sanchez. He's the oldest tenured UFC fighter.
I don't think he has the skills. I don't think he has the guts. I don't think he has the intangibles to beat
Dos
Anjos, who's, in my opinion, the best gatekeeper in the UFC right now.
I think RDA is going to submit him. Dude's been submitted by Pettis. He was going to get submitted by Lee.
Yep.
Dudes with strong ground games who are able to physically impose themselves on him, he doesn't have a chance. He doesn't really succeed against them. Beating Beneil Dariush or Diego Sanchez or way past his prime Carlos Condit, these are not the type of wins that you can stack your resume on and expect to break into the top 10 or even the top 15 in the weight class in W. I just don't see it.
Oh, I agree. And RDA is significantly better in terms of his significant strike defense. I don't think that the takedowns of Chiesa are good enough to really dictate what happens in this fight, especially after the murderer's row of grapplers that RDA has faced, like Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington. His wrestling,
he fought Khabib at 155.
His wrestling defense should be there. He's a veteran of the game who is still a high level fighter, and
their age is very similar too.
Yeah,
so
you have to be able to contextualize the statistics here, and while they seem similar in a lot of regards, or the grappling numbers are better for Michael Chiesa, you have to take in who those numbers were posted against. And landing 3.55 takedowns does not happen. 3.55 takedowns per 15 minutes does not happen against the guys that Rafael Dos Anjos has fought. But Chiesa is not elite in any facet, and Rafael Dos Anjos is pretty high level in every facet. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that there's a massive chasm between them, but I think that there's a noticeable one.
Yeah, significant enough.
The main event of the evening is a heavyweight clash between Curtis Blaydes and Junior Dos Santos.
Junior probably, if I were to put a percentage to it, I'd say this is 35-40% chance Junior could take this fight. What is really going to come down to is how well Curtis Blaydes is able to navigate through Junior's early stamina and start to take him to the ground and to apply his ground and pound. We're seeing is Junior with a depleted Junior who's not able to take the shots that he used to. While he still has good takedown defense, he absorbs so many more strikes than he needs to, and he kind of runs a basic game where if you can back Junior up to the cage and you can cut him off, he doesn't really know how to get out of that point.
He backs up straight too much. You're right about that, which does put his back against the cage, which is how he lost to Stipe and how he lost to Cain Velasquez. He was not able to effectively move off of the center line and reestablish himself in the center of the octagon.
Exactly.
I think Curtis Blaydes wins this fight through his pressure, through his wrestling with his youth and his size advantage. Junior Dos Santos has an outside shot, but I think that this is good for Curtis Blaydes, who finds himself in no man's land with 2 losses to Francis Ngannou. Yeah. But he's looked good against pretty much everybody else.